Today I will be reading from the r/creepy subreddit. So let's jump into it. My friend's parents are acting weird. I was 16 years old and my best friend invited me over to his house for a sleepover. His parents were acting very weird, but we just kind of assumed that they were just doing that because they were very religious and we were both pretty much raised as children. We went to their basement to play video games and they had an extensive collection, which was awesome. They let us stay down there for hours and hours, and eventually we got kind of tired and we went upstairs to go use the bathroom and stuff like that. When we went to the bathroom, it was very small and it only had one door, and when we turned around, there was this big old, like antique-looking mirror, and I remember because it was one of those old mirrors where the sides were like rounded, and it was the weirdest thing because when we walked in, my friend and I looked at each other and we both saw the reflection of ourselves in the mirror, but there was no one behind us, so we started freaking out a little bit. Then we started to notice other weird things, like the refrigerator was open and all of the food was gone, and then we started hearing noises in the walls and stuff. Then we went downstairs and we started playing video games again, and then we heard a knock on the basement door. Now, my friend and I, we were already freaked out, and when we heard this knock, we stopped what we were doing and we started listening intently. We heard the knock again. It was very loud, and then we heard what sounded like screams in the walls. My friend started freaking out, started running around the basement, and I just kind of stood there frozen in fear, and then the power went out. My friend and I, we started to run for the door, but then we started to feel like we were being watched, and it was the scariest feeling ever. Eventually, we found the door and we ran outside and we never looked back. We never told anyone what we experienced that night, and to this day, we still don't know what was down there. Yeah, that was definitely creepy, and I would love to know what was in that basement. Was it the parents? I think that's what I'd like to know. Anyways, if you liked this story, please leave a like and subscribe for more content.